Hey guys, this is Brother Scott with the Potter's House, and last week we looked at some manuscript from a Hebrew manuscript from uh, Revelation chapter 1 and verse 8. Now, in that manuscript, we went over it and saw that where that manuscript makes very plain that John believed that Yeshua was Yahweh, Yehovah. And we looked at that, and then the next day we made another video where we returned to that manuscript and looked more in depth into that manuscript and drew some other parallels that the scriptures, how they describe Yeshua, and then how they describe um, Yahweh. And we saw the comparisons there, and even made the comment that the scripture is very plain to show that Yeshua was Yahweh in the flesh. Or even we could say it like this, as Paul said it, Yahweh was manifested in flesh. So today I want to return to another scripture that we have looked at in the past and made a couple of videos looking at this scripture. But yesterday afternoon, as I was doing some studying and some different researches, my mind went back to this text again, and I began to do a little bit more digging and searching, and I found something that I want to bring to your attention to her again to help us understand that the apostles understood Yeshua to be Yahweh in the flesh, and that scripture that I want to look at is probably one that we've all seen before. Everybody's talked about it before, but it's Philippians chapter 2 and verse 11. And it says, "In that every tongue should confess that Yeshua Messiah is master to the glory of Yahweh the Father." And so, like I said, we've all looked at that. We've looked at that several times here. But in the complete Jewish Bible, David Stern, even in his complete Jewish New Testament commentary, when you look up Philippians 2 and 11, Rabbi David Stern is going to make a note in a commentary saying that, I believe it's Isaiah 45, that he says that Paul was referencing when he quotes this scripture, when he makes note of this scripture in Philippians. So even Rabbi Stern would say that Paul is declaring Yeshua to be Yahweh. Now, when you look at the complete Jewish Bible, it was done for uh, Jewish believers. Is the reason that that Bible was put together to help communicate what the New Testament was saying, what these new Jewish believers in Yeshua, to help them understand more of what was going on. So, but I want to go a little bit deeper into this Philippians 2 and 11. And as I was going, studying, looking things up um, last night, I ran across this. Now, I do not read Aramaic, but this was picked up. This is Philippians 2:11 in Aramaic. And there is a word here. This is the word that we're going to pay attention to. This word here. Well, let me find it. It's actually this word here is what we're going to be looking at. Let me correct myself one more time. Here again, I said that I don't read Aramaic. but it's going to be this word. This word here. This is what I want us to pick. Well, to make it even more plain for us, here it is. This is the word in the text that grabbed my attention. And in the Aramaic, this is going to be spelled D-M-R-Y. So here we have the D right here. Almost even looks like a Dalet. Now this word is actually there for grammar context. So this is added to the word as part of the word. Like if you're going to say to or of or is or something, this would be the prefix to the word. The actual word is going to look like this. Now, I did look it up. This word is pronounced Marya. Marya. And this word Marya is equivalent to the Hebrew word Yahweh. Marya, Yah, is picked up from Yahweh. So this here is the phrase in the text. You know, here's our word, Marya. And in the Aramaic, this is literally translated, Marya is Yeshua, the Anointed One. Or we could say it like this. Yeshua, the Anointed One, is Marya. So even in the Aramaic, they're saying that Yeshua is Yahweh, or Yahweh is Yeshua. Then I picked up, went to the bookcase, because my curiosity still had me. I wanted to see if this in the Aramaic, if it played out in Aramaic New Testament. So this is the Aramaic New Testament that I use. Now I don't know if we'll get this good or not, but you're going to see I circled the word Lord, and if you can see good enough, you're going to see that that word Lord is in all capitals. So if we go to the Old Testament and we look at when they have Lord in all capitals, we know that that is referring to Yahweh, Yahovah, however you want to say it. So this is what it says in this Aramaic translation: every tongue should confess that Jesus Christ is the Lord. He is Yahweh. All capital L, capital L, capital O, capital R, capital D. Then it gives us another example of where Paul writing the second, or in 1 Corinthians chapter 8 and verse 6. Here again I have the capital L is circled, and you can see that it's capital Lord. In 1 Corinthians 8 and 6 says, "But to us ourselves there is one God the Father, from whom are all things, and by whom we are, and one Yahweh." One Yahweh. Yeshua Messiah, Jesus Christ. So here in the Aramaic manuscripts, in the Aramaic uh, version and the understanding, when they come to the word Adonai, or you want to say if they come, when they saw this word, they understood that Paul was saying that Yeshua is Yahweh. So I'm going to do more looking at this, more digging in this Aramaic, but I want to make this kind of an introductory video as we continue to search these things out. If you haven't seen the video where we look at the Hebrew manuscript, Revelation 1:8, and then the video following that, those should be just above this video. I believe, I don't even remember the title of those videos, honestly. It may say Hebrew manuscript, Revelation 1:8. But take a look at those, see what that manuscript also says. In the second video of that, we talk about in 1 and 8, where it says, which was, which is, and which is to come. We look at that in the Hebrew and what was being said there also. But this is the Sabbath, so in ending this, well, thank you for watching, and we'll say until next time, Shabbat Shalom.